Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, where we finally have a couple of very important keys. Heart-shaped key, spade-shaped key. Alright, let's go open some doors. Is there a coffee machine here? No. It's fine. Now that I've been given the taste of running fast, I want it, but it's also kind of annoying. So maybe I shouldn't do it because it'll just annoy me more, I think. It's a weird decision, but that's the decision I'm going with. So spades and hearts, I don't remember where they are. Clubs is down there. So they're both up there. Okay. And hopefully they give me the other playing cards, maybe. Okay, here we go. Finally, it's going to be a tiny little room because it's stuck between a couple of other rooms. But hopefully it'll have something good in it. Hello? Okay, was that $1? Yes, it's an American dollar. The scrapbook is full of newspaper magazine clippings. Oh, look, we have dates. We finally have dates. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna know when he, we're gonna know two things, aren't we? When he arrived at the hotel, when the guy arrived at the hotel, and when, what's the other thing I need to know? The year that the man won big. Yep, okay. Toys on display museum interactive exhibition opens this weekend. Citizens in Dusseldorf visiting Bauschinger Kunstinstitut in hopes of seeing beautiful paintings on display will be severely disappointed. Curator Anna Catherine Brown states that the art of the future will require participation. The spectator will interact with the artwork and perhaps even co-create it. The first wave of the so-called art is an exhibition called the Schlossen Erinnerungen, spearheaded by Lorelei Weiss, a lesser-known artist from Frankfurt who thought it necessary to litter a fine institution like Bauschinger with childish puzzle boxes that only the most fixated could possibly open. A fine product for country fairs, no doubt, but Fraulein Weiss's clothing and insistence upon wearing sunglasses indoors suggests that she has the hubris to think that her trinkets belong in the upper echelons of art society. Opening boxes in search of locked memories is a prime example of what is wrong with art today. Technic and Photography, Issue 8. Report from Electric Art Symposium. Ooh, that's relevant to her. She mentions it, like the old woman in the bed, I think. Engineers are artists in this innovative exhibition. Earlier this week, the exciting Electronic Art Symposium took place in Kirchsteiger Mess. The exhibition is open to everyone and hopes to show the exciting things happening in the world of electronic devices and how they can be used for more than work and calculations. Among the selected artists was Lorelei Weiss, known for her puzzle boxes and recently her innovative use of computers. Her contribution caused quite a sensation as its deliberate malfunction caused some panic. Weiss is not too keen to talk about what the work of art meant. She does not want to end discussion by giving a correct answer. Veteran art critic Morris Talbot probably insisted it was a comment on the unreliability of technology, but concept artist Aiki Tanaka thought that Weiss wanted to show us the death of an artwork. Okay, with a bunch of years and dates and all sorts of Cinema Occhio, issue 4. Un Animal Terribile review. 5 stars. There can be little doubt that Renzo Nero is not a filmmaker for everyone's taste. His critics find him crude yet pretentious. His latest film won't win them over, but I don't think Nero cares. Un Animale Terribile is in many ways an experiment in audience participation. A number of scenes present the audience with tough choices about what should happen next. Regardless of the audience choices in Un Animale Terribile, the film always ends with Lucia coming back to life. This interactive film thus makes fun of its own concept of interactivity. Nero says that this is a comment on the illusion of democracy, but it works just as well as a joke about the illusion of interactivity. We like to think that we affect outcomes, but in truth most of us are mere spectators, superfluous tired eyes. It's participation that in the end makes Un Animale Terribile such an intense viewing. This should be essential viewing for anyone remotely interested in the development of narrative media, but be warned, it is not a pleasant film by any means. I'm getting the meta commentary on video games that's going on here. Renzo Nero wins big in here we go. In Monte Carlo, we'll spend the money on new film project. The director caused some mirth when he arrived in Club Rouge with a grocery bag stuffed with American dollar bills and stated that he was there to clean house. According to witnesses, Renzo Nero was in good spirits and joked with both staff and other patrons. Despite the rumors about Renzo Nero when it comes to romance, a reporter, Mrs. Melissa Dubois, caught Renzo Nero in the company of starlet Carla Romano and socialite Felicia Lavi, both drinking champagne, but the big winner celebrated with a double espresso. Were you not afraid to lose such an amount? No, first of all, it was not my money. Secondly, I had seen in the stars that I would win. There was no reason to worry. Risky business, gambling with the production budget. If you lost, there would be no movie. There would be no movie, but it's better to have no movie than a bad movie. I needed more money than the studio gave me. Do you think you have set an example for other filmmakers? No, it was a terrible idea that turned out very well. Casinos are crooks. I got lucky. I would recommend filmmakers to rob banks instead because gambling is immoral. Haha. Good luck with your next picture, Mr. Nero. Thank you, Bella Melissa. It will be the one. We're restarting cinema from the beginning, to the time when celluloid was magic, not for passing the time between hamburgers. One thing I want to comment about this game is that there's a playing cards, of course there was. One thing I want to comment about this game is that gives me access to the ladder. Okay. Is the writing is great. And not like it's like some games in trying to be kind of interesting and clever and fancy with their writing make it hard to read. This game is not hard to read, but it still feels I know it still feels like it's not just weak writing. It's like detailed and in depth. It's well written. I feel like part of writing well is making it easy to read at the same time, I think. And I think they do a good job here. Okay, so 1962. That was that one, right? Yes, okay. All right, 1963. Death at Hotel Esticiar. Okay, police are coy about details. The police are investigating a death that occurred at Hotel Esticiar yesterday evening. The hotel has been closed for the season, but according to neighbours, there had been a film shoot in the weeks past. The police won't confirm that there is any correlation between the film production and the death. Commissar Schmidt, who is in charge of the investigation, refuses to release any further information. The investigation is in a delicate phase at the moment, and therefore the deceased's identity will not be released at this time. We cannot rule out the possibility of a crime, and as such, it is standard procedure to treat it like a murder investigation, the police commented earlier this morning. Okay. That wasn't a whole lot of information, but there's a film production happening at the hotel. Central European Times. We're skipping ahead to 1982. Ooh, that's going to be about our death, isn't it? Maybe. Report from the inside, the Third Eye Movement. Cult or commune. Our reporter secretly joined the pilgrimage. I was confused when I received an invitation to an eye-to-eye session from the Third Eye Movement. After some research, mostly consisting of buying fellow writers a drink, my confusion turned to excitement. The Third Eye Movement is apparently a gathering of painters, musicians, composers, directors, photographers, and writers, and so I thought it was in my capacity as a Mendig awarded journalist that I was invited. Jose Marie Gill, the European branch's Magnus Magister Artis, maintained that it was due to a little red collection of poetry I released back in the 60s. Jose Marie made it clear that it would not occur to him to let journalists into their myths, as journalism is a reactive craft and not a creative one. You see, the Third Eye Movement is solely for those filled with the power of creation, something I would hear more about in the weeks to come. What I thought was a secret club for the avant-garde bohemians was something entirely different. It was like being offered a seat at King Arthur's Round Table. I suddenly found myself part of a quest not for the Grail but something else. The Third Eye, a metaphysical power, an entity, a treasure of sorts no one knew or wanted to tell me, but it was clear that it had, perhaps thousands of years ago, appeared somewhere in Sulawesi. Yes, I was told where that is. It's an island in Indonesia, maybe? The members whispered of it as a zeitgeist, and they now believed it was to be found in Central Europe. Hold on. So, I mean, so it just feel like this story's equivalent of the Holy Grail or whatever, right? Sulawesi Island in Indonesia, yes. Okay. Art Filter, Issue 2, 2014. Where are they now? Lorelei Weiss. Our search for the elusive computer image innovator who never entered the spotlight. Unearthing obscure artists is the archaeology of the 21st century. Whether it's a long-dead, naivist painter from Sweden, a minimalist composer from Latvia, or a mediocre Edwardian horror writer, they are all dug up and put on display. Obscurity adds value to a body of work, and by digging them up, we deprive them of that value. But the thing about Lorelei Weiss's most interesting art is that it can't be sold, because no one really knows if it exists anymore. Gallery owner Gaston Rousseau pauses a coffee in his apartment in Paris. Last year, he started to research the possibility of doing an exhibition which could act both as a tribute and a retrospective of the eclectic artist. He had hoped to recreate her lost art with the help of Weiss herself and today's most admired names in computer art. She was oh gosh, how do I say this name? Gauguin. She was the Gauguin of the electronic era, Rousseau tells Art Filter. If all of Gauguin's work had been burned, that is. Weiss was an elusive figure even when she was in Zenith, but after the Nero affair, for which she sadly is most remembered, few have met her. Though Rousseau's network in the art world, he managed to track her down in Hamburg and swiftly traveled to arrange a meeting with her. That's probably the Americanized pronunciation. I don't know. Hold on, let me do some research. Yeah, Paul Gauguin. I don't need to look at the thing. My only reason I have that pronunciation of Gauguin in my head is because of a song I know that has Paul Gauguin in the lyrics. And that's how it's said in the song. So blame it on the song if I'm saying it wrong. I was too late. I had such big plans. Maybe I was a fool to believe that I could create a renaissance for a long-forgotten electronic art pioneer, Rousseau sighs. The old woman I met could hardly see, let alone speak. It didn't look like she had much time left. What was I reading? Weiss was an elusive figure even when she was in Zenith, but after the Nero affair, for which she sadly is most remembered, few have met her. Through Rousseau's network in the art world, he managed to track her down in Hamburg and swiftly travelled to arrange a meeting with her. I was too late. I had such big plans. Maybe I was a fool to believe that I could create a renaissance for a long-forgotten electronic art pioneer. The old woman I met could hardly see. Right, okay, let them speak. Didn't look like she had much time left. Right. Connected issue. Whatever. It's that mystery of the OCU3. Truth or fake, we dive deeper into the modern myth of the 1960s supercomputer. We have all heard the story by now. In Augenwaldberg, where entrepreneurs Mick Otto and Rob Geib are building a Euro funland complete with golf courses, spas and restaurants, a construction worker came upon a computer believed to be from the 1960s, the OCU3. Okay, so they're building a theme park on top of this hotel. First found in what was the basement of an old mansion which previously stood on the grounds, it was later sold at a flea market and eventually ended up in the hands of an anonymous individual known as Pewty on several forums. Pewty then claims to have managed to reconstruct parts of the data on the OCU3. We've all seen the results on the internet, we've all been astonished by it, we've all asked ourselves the same questions. Was this type of technology available in the 1960s? Could an entire interactive retrospective be made or even fit on the primitive devices of that time? In the coming weeks, we will try to answer these questions and dive deeper into the mystery of the OCU3. I mean, the weird thing is, so far, all we've seen is that it can render mazes, which is not that extreme. 1960s, I could believe it. There's clearly more to it. It was doing more than that, right? I guess, we don't know to what extent it's rendering those mazes. Okay. These rooms are entirely just filled with things like that. I bet they're going to be, aren't they? And then I just go back to the maze and I give my answers. Let's go to the other one. I got another card as well. But we do have another one here to go to. Let's take a slightly long way around. Come on. Yeah. Imagine you saw somebody walking like this. Just walking into stuff. That's what she gets for wearing sunglasses indoors. Okay. We got more reading to do? Probably. Looks like it. I see $1. Yay! Not just any dollar. Oh, pinboard. It's full of incomplete and short notes. Fake gun. Body moved. Americans. RN equals L. Okay. Renata, whatever your surname was, equals Lorelei. Bit of behind the scenes. There's a file marked case 630113RN. RN again. Oh. Okay. Autopsy report. Hotel Leicester Yard. I feel like they wouldn't put the initials of the victim in the case report. It feels like a privacy problem. I don't know. I guess not. I guess it would end up saying anyway. It's kind of important who it was that died. Okay, 1963, 13th of January. So it's like pretty much as I arrived. Cause of death. The subject has a substantial visible fracture in the os frontale. Okay, the fracture has caused a severe injury to the frontal lobe. The injury is lethal, but in all likelihood, the cause of death is the cervical fractures in vertebrae C2 and C3, respectively. However, death from circulatory shock due to the extraction of the bulbous oculi cannot be completely ruled out. That's her eyes being removed? Okay. I think, or something related to the eyes. Should we look up bulbous oculi? Is that literally just eyeball? Yep. Yep, it is indeed. Okay. How injury occurred. The extraction wounds in the orbiter have been caused by a sharp non-surgical instrument. The wounds inside the orbiter are similar to those made from a pocket knife. The wounds could be self-inflicted by someone else. Given the amount of glass found on and inside of the subject, there cannot be any doubt that the subject crashed through the window on the third floor. It is unlikely, but possible, that the subject fell through the window due to the impact needed to crush the glass. Right. It makes it sound like it's the reason why the subject went through the window. Well, I needed the impact so I could crush the glass. But no, it's the explanation for why they believe that. Therefore, the subject most likely either jumped through the window or was pushed. Comments. Death by... I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between falling and jumping and pushing. Like, the most important thing from falling is just the velocity you end up at the point you hit the ground, I guess. Anyway, comments. I mean, you might be able to tell by the way the window broke, but not by the glass at the bottom. Comments. Death by illness or accident is unlikely. Due to the evidence at hand, the subject either committed suicide or was the victim of manslaughter, murder, involuntary manslaughter. Yeah. Interrogation transcript. Okay, name of witness. Who knows? Commissar Schmidt. When did this change in behavior start? He was eccentric when I arrived. Is it me? And then his mental state took a turn for the worse after a phone call from the production company. Were you frightened by him? Not at first, no. But at some point, did you find him frightening? Yes, I did. In what way did he make you uncomfortable? Inaudible. Excuse me, Fraulein? He played with his revolver and his thoughts were very dark. Yeah, I think this is me. Evidence submission form. An espresso cup, a revolver, playing card, glass shards, letter. Result of examination. Red paint was found on item A, B, C, and D. Blood from the deceased was found on item D. Exact model or owner of item B could not be identified. Presumed to be a pre-war Italian model. Okay. Doesn't it have like his name written on it or something? So blood was found on the glass. Yeah, okay. Can't fill out the file. Okay. Of course, we have access to all these places now. None of these have extra pages, right? No. Investigation reports. 1963, it's just a day later. Polizei beamed to Andreas Coleman. Here we go. Arrived at Hotel Leicester Yard at midnight. He was there greeted by, in the foyer, was in a state of shock and spoke about eyes. After being calmed, showed the officer on site the place of the incident. The deceased was found on a gravel path, lying face down. The legs were facing the house. Right, this is the investigation, of course. This is right after... Yeah, okay. The deceased's right arm was folded beneath something body. Beneath something body. While the left arm was stretched out, a pool of blood had formed beneath the body, and the deceased had visible severe head injuries. The deceased had, in addition, severe injuries to their eyes. Shards of glass were scattered on the body and around the same. Upon closer inspection, there was an additional red liquid near the body, which was believed to be red paint. There were 4 playing cards discovered in the inner pockets of the deceased. A second floor window above the body had been shattered. The deceased was dead upon the arrival of Polizei Beamter Andreas Coleman. The deceased was identified by a witness as citizen. According to the deceased had inflicted upon, and then, sure. Case dismissal order. So this is a year later. No definitive proof of foul play has been discovered in conjunction with the death of. The physical evidence points toward. It has been established that suffered a manic. Okay, so this is going to say suicide. Points towards suicide. Psychotic breakdown. There have been conflicting professional opinions on whether the stab wounds in could have been self-inflicted, but the majority state that frenzy state might have given the necessary willpower. It probably says RN under there. Necessary willpower to inflict the injuries upon herself. Further interviews from witness have cleared, that would say Lorelei Weiss, have cleared the doubts surrounding her involvement in death. In Renata, whatever your surname is death. Therefore, no further measures will be taken in the case. Okay. Well, suddenly getting all the info, aren't we? Here's the exposition dump that I was expecting or thought might happen. And the thing is, the only reason it's all coming at once is because of the bottleneck I was stuck behind. Had I learned how to do this earlier, I would have got this more gradually, but nope, that's not how this is going. So let's go back to the... Should we get some coffee? Let's have it this way. Let's go back to the theatre. I was also expecting there to be a third red place, and I hadn't even really put together that they'd gone to the Red Theatre or the Rose Theatre. In the script, but I was thinking about just the fact that most of the stuff in this game comes in 3s. There are lots of 3s. Was 4 in terms of the characters. Hello, let me back in. Thank you. It's a slightly weird red place because the others are mazes, whereas this one isn't. Do you bring us any magical cards? I do. The card of luck. Because it's like a clover? Use it wisely, sister. The Ace of Clubs turned into a clubs-shaped key. Diamonds. Card of wealth. I almost didn't read that. Use it wisely, sister. It's a diamond stand for a diamond-shaped key. Bring cards to the magic show. You have been a wonderful audience. What a performance. And your hat is gone. It'd be nice if the hat stayed around after those little cutscenes. I'm still unsure on the truth of whether the magician ever existed. Maybe he did. Not sure. Where am I going? To the doors. They're all on the next floor. No, they're not. The clubs is down here. Ooh. Ooh. This is what I'm excited for, though. Probably not for really good reasons. Yep. Okay. Is there $1 here? That's my first concern. I don't think so. Okay, next concern, ladder. West balcony door. Oh, it's got a code on it. Isn't the answer for that literally written out in the thing? Where is it? What was it on? It was a note? That one? Yes, okay. Second magic word, equation. Lorenzo plus L plus O equals Lorenzo. Hotel minus O plus L equals second magic word. So, H, T, E? Right. If the second magic word transforms to 1, 2, 3, then 2, 1, 3. What do you say? Isn't that just telling me the answer? What? Is it literally HTE? I'm a bit confused. Oh, you can't use arrows to rotate it. HTE? Okay, that's so... It's weird that that's like over-clued. Oh gosh. This is totally fine. As you can see, you have gotten me into trouble. Quite the metaphor you have created, Signorina. An escape artist who cannot break free from capitalism. Please set me free now, Signorina. Photos taped to the man's back. Sure. Okay, what's notable about this? Nothing currently? Let's have a look at the thing. Oh my gosh, is it the full... It's the full alphabet. Okay. Okay. Help him escape his chains. Let me look at the photo again. Is there something on this that's notable? There's got to be something, right? I'm like trying to squint and see if there's like letters hidden in it somehow, or I'm not seeing anything. I've got to keep in mind that it's there, I guess. To finish this project, you have to release me. I know. What if I don't? Okay, so this is the only thing in this room, as far as I can tell. 14. 14. Oh, I did this one, didn't I? Do they all add up to 100? They do, don't they? Yeah, okay. So, y minus x. So, y is 100. So, it's going to be whatever all those other numbers add up to. So, 32 plus 1648 plus 452, 60, 78. It's going to be 78, I think. Wait, what? It's locked. I know you're eager to solve every puzzle, but please help me first. Oh. Oh, interesting. I can't open that until I do this. What am I supposed to get from the photo? I can't interact with it in any way. Torso. Jacket. Coat. Photo. What's on the... Ooh, what's on the, like, escape poster? Escape artist. It's a similar setup. I don't know. Should I leave you for now? Maybe I'll leave you for now. You will let me leave, right? Yes, okay. Just can't open that shortcut. What was it, 78? I think it was. So the final one is on... Wait, can I get this way? Where does this go? Yes. Up here somewhere. Oh, isn't it? I don't think I can get to it this way, can I? How do I get to it? Let's have a look. Diamond is the one I want to do, so I have to go around. Yeah, because that shortcut's not open. That shortcut will be convenient once it is open. Oh, stop walking into doorways. Walk through the doorway. Okay. Here we go. This one's a big deal. This gives me access to the lever as well, I think? Maybe, after like going through another door. Wooden figurine. Okay. Oh, hello. 1847, indeed. It's the artist's death year. Is this me? 2014? Yep. Okay, 4? Oh, I don't think I ever got this one, did I? Oh no, which number should go in the bottom shape? Which number? Hold on, this looks like it might be simple actually. Is it just... I think it is simple. If I imagine we've got like like the shape at the bottom is the shape, but then they're kind of like overlapping each other at the top. If we imagine that, then I think we've got a... So let me try and draw it out. So we've got the kind of the top of an E, and then top of an E on top of... that's not a number. It's an F. Oh no, hold on. Top of an E. Okay, so on top of that. Yeah, okay. So the one on the left is giving us like the top part of the triangle, the one on the right is giving us the bottom part of the triangle. So it's a 6 and a 4. Yeah, 64. Have I solved it? I hope so. And the guy's not here to tell me I'm not allowed to solve it. Yay! Okay, that connects to there. Awesome. What's the deal with this? 3-digit code. Okay. What's my clue for this? Balcony door. I mean, oh, hold on. So this had a subtract, but I was thinking of it as like it's a death year, so it's the end of the range. But no, I think it's just gonna be those 2 years subtracted, right? So, 1, 6, 7. Is that right? Yay, cool. And then this lowers the ladder, of course. That's a very odd mechanism for lowering a ladder, but sure. And there's $1, not just any dollar. An American dollar. And then we have like a little balcony here, don't we? Ooh, why do you want me to have this view? Oh, well, there's an American dollar. Apparently, I couldn't see it anywhere. Oh, there's a reason you want me to have this view, isn't there? Maybe not. Maybe it's just to be dramatic. Well, they just get the ladder. Okay, we've basically like explored everywhere now, haven't we? $1. $51, I'm rich. Oh, this is the other side of the elevator shortcut? You're here as well? You're imprisoned in multiple places. So there's another photo here. A photo's taped to the door. Okay. Alright. Okay. I mean, it's not just... Hold on, is it just your name? Or her name? It might be. It might be that simple. Oh, I went too far. Unfortunately, because this game's a one-button game for reasons that aren't very sensible, I've heard that they've said it's about like making the game accessible, but that's like not that's not a thing. Making a one-button game doesn't do that. I'm not saying it's the most. It's a pretty good game for accessibility, but making a one-button, yeah, it's just not. Whatever. Okay, so it's literally just the name. Okay, so I can go sell the other one as well. So it'd be Lorenzo. You're as merciful as the bear eating salad. Sure. Grazie. Finally, we can start to wrap up this project. I've settled for the Madonna on this cassette. Okay, with some cassettes. I will see you soon. Holy moly. There's another $1 there. Anything else? I think so. 15. Oh yeah, this one. What was the thing? Like, I did it a certain way. Oh, they're square numbers. So this one's 25, but I did it a different way, which is that the difference between them increases by 2 each time, which just coincidentally happens to be the same thing. 25. Over here. I do wish that were more obvious what it was aligned with. It's like slightly off center. Okay, that's that room. Cool. So we could back up to the other one, I guess. This might be the fastest way, actually. In fact, this might be the fastest way. In fact, this is the only way to go from here. The other way goes down. Well, it's not that fast when I have to wait for the elevator. I wonder if the time... Yeah, I think it does do the time based on how far away the elevator was left. I could do this while I'm here, sure. Do I need to pee? I probably need to pee. I definitely do. Should I go do it? I'm desperate. Why isn't she like wiggling around? That'd be pretty funny. Yes, because I'm not disgusting. Okay, over here. Why am I not running? Oh, because you lose the... whatever. Drank that coffee for no reason. That's not how that works. You don't just immediately pee out the caffeine. So I want the magician's name. It was the magician, right? Well, it's somebody. Lorenzo? It fits. Ooh, it's tedious to put in. Bit of a weird puzzle. Feels a little weak. Like, oh, there's a person in the picture. Who is it? Okay. Grazie. Now that we are on our way to freedom from the monetary system, we can get back to the project. The manless cassette is perfect for our needs. Okay. Got 2 cassettes. I will see you soon, Signorina. Everything's coming together. Oh, got $1. Now we can do this one. What was it? 78? Yay! Oops. Okay. Alright, I think that's a good place to save. And then we can go check the cassettes. So we should also just double check like what's even on our list of things. Where even am I right now? Is this floor 2? Yes, okay. Okay, so we're going to have way more knowledge that we can use in the maze. We've also got the cassettes that we can look at. So we're going to get access to all these rooms. There's only 3 remaining, yes. We're going to get something at the center of the maze with the questions as well. That'll probably lead us to get another glowing sphere thing. We still haven't done the gravestones next to the mausoleum. So that's a thing to do, but it might just all unravel from this point onwards. Okay. Neat. All right. See you next time, folks. And we'll go do a whole bunch of that stuff. I think we're nearing the end of the game. 82.9% of the truth recovered. Like, I wonder if there's like 100%ing like things like the dollars contribute to that. That's written on here, isn't it? Run statistics program. So I found almost all of them in the hotel. So potentially there's just one in one of the rooms I haven't been into. There's 3 in the mausoleum. I guess there might be a large space inside there. Outside, quiz club, right, the holes in the wall, red maze, there's one there. The past, that was the games, wasn't it? I think so. Prototypes, there's one missing from those. Quiz club, wait, quiz club, question mark. What do you mean? Why there 2? Also, those are dollars. Quiz club. Oh, that just means how many of the questions I've answered. Okay. Shortcuts. 19 out of 20. I've got 1 left. It's the one I don't know how to solve. All right. See you next time, folks. Goodbye.